Okay. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us on the Shredders United, the ER Shredders United Biz Call. And this is going to be awesome because I have someone that's very near and dear to my heart. One of those special people that you meet in life who just, for whatever reason, nothing even needs to be said. You just click and you just love each other and get each other. And that's Susan Rothman for me. And Susan, I've told her that before many times. So, kindred spirits, we call them. So Susan, if you haven't got to know her, she's just absolutely awesome. She's as cool as it gets. She's as real as it gets. And she's all about helping people. Susan, how long have you been a nurse, Susan? You out there? I want to make sure you're unmuted. Let me make sure I didn't.
I think I'm good.
There you are.
Yeah.
Hi, Susan.
Hi, Sean. I feel the same way about you.
And Susan, you've like turned back the clock. I got to tell you, I've known you for a very, very long time, and you just look. You really walk your talk. You look incredible.
Thank you, Sean.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah.
So you're doing something right. You know what to do, and you're doing it. You're doing it right. How long were you a nurse for? Was it? I can't remember.
Well, I actually worked about 15 years, and then got out. Started doing what I'm doing today.
Yes.
I still keep my license, but I was a hospital nurse. I specialized in cardiac nursing.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so for the sake of time, we're going to skip ahead quickly.
Okay.
But you then later and I know there's another call. I just want to make sure that everyone understands. There is another call where Susan was interviewed by Jesse James Jamnick, and it was called Shred Your Body, and you can find it on our YouTube channel. And they go into all the history of Susan as an herbalist, and they go into, why that was so intriguing and fascinating for her. So make sure you check that out. But this call is geared more towards the financial. And Susan, I know you so well, and I know that's probably not your favorite thing to talk about, and neither is it for me.
No, I hate it.
I don't really love to talk about the money end of things either, but it's one of those things where that is another way that we help people and that we help ourselves and so on. So how did you get involved in this network marketing industry?
Okay, so it's really interesting. First, when you asked me to do this, I was intimidated because it was the business, but it really made me reflect and count my blessings. So because of network marketing, prior to Isagenix, I was working in a hospital as a nurse, 12-hour shifts. If that had continued, I don't know where I'd be today, old and beat up probably. But what happened with the herbal passion, which was attached to a network marketing business, that created multiple streams of income for me. Consultations, lectures, courses, classes, and created the life I have today, which is amazing. Isagenix was a similar story for me. I'm results-driven, passion-driven. So you could show me a spreadsheet and I could say to you, oh, that looks cool, but you can't hold my interest there. But when I started seeing measurable results, not only because I had my own challenge, not only for myself, but for others, I was all in.
I find the same thing, Susan. A lot of people, maybe they look at me as someone who does network marketing, but what they don't know about me is that I've suffered so many very serious health challenges, and in overcoming those health challenges is really where my passion for the industry, the wellness industry, right, and helping other people was born.
Do you want me to share that, my story?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay,
we want to get to know you.
Okay, so I was in an herbal practice in a grassroots network marketing company. So my perception of network marketing was Porsches, Rolexes, boats, easy money, like that. Mm-hmm. And I landed in this company where they were healers. And that's where I started. So I had a good experience. Then in 2005, my thyroid tanked and I had my own bona fide health issue.
Mhm.
And I was searching for something different. And I walked into a friend of mine's office. She was a chiropractor. And I told her what was going on, that it was anxious, I was depressed, I had gained like 8 pounds. I think I looked older then than I do now. By the time I finally got treated, because I was what they call subclinical in my thyroid disease, I was in chronic fatigue syndrome. So at that point in time, I was handed a 9-day box. And I'll never forget it. I got down to my car. I was so furious. I was crying. I called my herbal mentor, this woman, Mary, and she happened to answer the phone. And I'm like, this woman just gave me this protein shake. It's supposed to alkalize me, some kind of nutritional cleanse bullshit. I mean, really, I was ripping. And she said to me, well, it sounds interesting. Why don't you do it? So, okay, I'll do it. And at that time, I had I was working more part time, but I was consulting in like I think it was 8 different health food stores. I was very visible, and brought the box home. I was horrible to my coach because I thought I knew everything, and I said, "Okay, I'm going to do it. I'll do it to the letter."
Mhm.
And on day 6, when I woke up, day 5, the weight was gone. 9 pounds, I think it was 11 inches.
Mhm.
Day 6, I woke up, I looked in the mirror, and my whole jawline was refined. I was 52 at that time. And the house was clean. All the little piles that I had around the house, the projects, were all done, and the ceiling fans were clean. So I was like, something's going on over here. And then I wasn't looking for a business, but on day 7, I took my car in for an oil change in this office that I had been going to for like 10 years, run by 2 women, first thing in the morning, no makeup, sweats. And they both look at me and they go, what are you doing? And I said, I don't know, some weight loss thing. They both handed me their credit cards. And it just went from there. And then as an herbalist, I would be working with people, and I had a great reputation. I had a lot of clients. And I also brought in the dietary piece. So I would get results and they would feel better and a sense of well being. And, 3 months, 6 months, the weight would come off. And so here now I had in my hand this thing that in 11 days. And then if you want from there, I'll fast forward to ER Shred.
Rock and roll, Susan. Yes.
Oh, so what happened over the years, how we connected was I came on with momentum. I was a blip on your radar, and you reached down and actually, Sean actually trained me, people. So I knew your heart immediately. So over the last years, I have a team that emerged, these amazing people, killing it. And we made systems. Me and you, we were heart-based. Um, Heart-based people, the 9-day system, getting people results. And now we had systems and rank advancements and consultant and all these different packs. And I didn't realize it until thinking about this week, is what happened to me is it was chipping away at my passion, even though I admired them and I would try and contribute to my team. But I really had no interest in any of that. And so that started happening. And then I was telling myself, and I spoke to your mom about this twice. I had calls with your mom about, I'm aging out. Nobody's listening to me. I'm not relevant. I'm getting old. And then all of a sudden, and I watched your journey and you left your religion. So I knew you were in process for a long time. I knew that you guys would land. I knew that that was a wonderful journey for you. And then all of a sudden, Sean is everywhere. ER Shred. And I'm like, what's going on? So I looked at it and immediately I saw it wasn't carnivore. It wasn't keto. It was something else. And I'm really not a meat eater. But I was like, what the hell? I'm going to try it. And even more so than the first time, just lit me up. So today, I'm so grateful to you, Sean, because 3 months ago, none of what's going on today was going on. I mean, I thought, you're just going to have to like fade away. Whereas this revitalized me. I walk around, I had like 4 of my friends asked me if I had a facelift. Um, yeah, no, seriously. Actually, I signed 4 people with that because I'm like, no facelift. Um, and I feel amazing. And then I started sharing it with my friends. And I have never, ever, ever, and Jesse, you'll confirm this, seen results like this. And the most interesting thing to me, it's like so easy to get caught up in the weight and the inches, but that doesn't light my fire. It's, I had this one girl, she came on my radar in like 2017, and she was heavy, but there was so much inflammation there. She stuck in my brain for years. Finally, she reached out to me, and now I watched her completely transform, and that redness to the face and the upper body fat just disappearing. And I knew that that's transforming her health. Other thing, Sean, I'm sure you've noticed this too, is all this time I've been in your groups, other groups, had consultants, had great results. Nobody shared, nobody posted. A before and after was horrifying. All of a sudden, these people have been like posting, they posted pictures, they're showing their belly. It's like a profound personality change, which, I mean, and I put it, and really for my take on the business, I put it in the group the other day. When you find something of great value, that is expansive. So many people are contracted. It is inherently human to share that. And then I had people say to me, I don't want to sell it to my friends. And they look at the business model and they're like, I don't want to do that. I felt the same way. But this is so different. It's like, to me, that's a self-development piece, because so many people do not feel good and flying low. And so here we are, butter-eating high flyers. I'm telling people about it. I mean, and that's basically it for me with the business. And it worked out really well for me. I haven't worked for anybody in 20 years. I found Isogenics in 2007. I have a great life. And of course, my own health. I mean, I have an autoimmune disease that is in complete remission for many things that I've done. But what sealed the deal was my diet. And yeah, that's me.
Wow. Susan, you sure had me tearing up there for a minute when you were talking about just all the benefits that you saw yourself, and you're talking about how supercharged you feel to help others. And that's been my experience in the industry as well, Susan. It's as simple as you can't help but want to share something that brought value into your life. It's just in us to do it. And if you can find something where the passion and the intent is pure, and it's good, it's not motivated purely by money, then
Right.
magical things start happening. And I think that's what we're beginning to witness, Susan, is just like in the beginning of Isogenics, it was all born naturally.
Yes.
It wasn't born of chasing all kinds of bonuses. It wasn't
No.
born of anything other than it was pure.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we've rediscovered, was how beautiful and how good that feels, that pure form of sharing with other people.
Yeah.
And I think that's what appealed to you about this industry, and I think that's what appealed to my parents about this industry, and myself.
I want to say, and another thing, my whole journey in holistic health, I know it was divinely inspired. That I have so many, like I have a story of footprints that were laid out for me, that you're going to do this and you're going to do this. It makes me very emotional, because I'm lucky enough to be doing exactly what I was born to do. And when you asked me to do this, I remember years ago when I was doing a lot of speaking, and I got it in the back of my mind about, done right, the spiritual application of network marketing. And it is the best model for that, because by me becoming my best me, I can help you become your best you. And I'm very passionate about that. So, this industry has given me, I think about this sometimes. Well, what if I wasn't open? And my prayer was to get out of nursing. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I was never an entrepreneur, but I was looking at things and I didn't know what I wanted to do. And my prayer was, if a door opens, let me recognize the door. And that's what changed my whole life, because I was able to recognize those footprints. And so now we have something which I know, Sean, you're seeing, this emotional component of literally lifting people up, and the culture that's been created around it. I mean, with what's going on in the world today, I mean, this is like, you're seeing people's true heart, and the people that it's brought into my life, like you and Jesse, who I adore, and Bob Severite, and Mimi, all these people. And I want to give you a shout out to your mom, though, because, hey, Randy, it turned out pretty good.
My mom's a visionary. My mom is just like you just painted this picture of you had a belief, and then this came into your life, and my mom, I remember, people don't know my mom's story, but it's amazing what can be born of a health crisis, or what can be born of a financial crisis. And sometimes, those things really do define us. My mom's chatting about you in the chat, Susan, so I'll have to make sure to save the chat, and
I see it.
Send that to you.
I love you, Randy.
You know what, Susan, the reason you've made me feel emotional tonight is because you mentioned, my faith crisis, which ultimately, led me to a health crisis. And well, the health crisis was kind of brewing for 20 years. The health crisis was brewing because I actually thought I could get away with eating all these things that I thought I could get away with it. That was what I'd convinced myself. Like so many other people, I thought I could get away with a little dirt, in my diet. And it turns out that, some of those things I was eating were not serving me. And it was a compounding effect. And ultimately it culminated in this health crisis. And I remember, you were just talking about, you were kind of referring to manifestation. And I remember Crystal, when she just came to me finally and said, I don't recognize you anymore. I don't know who you are anymore, because the person that I married had all these disciplines. And the person that I married was motivated. And the person that I married was a fighter. And I just remember thinking, like, what is going on? Like, what does this come to? And then I just know that deep down in every one of us, there's this, I don't even know how to describe it, but there was just something inside of me that wanted,
I know what you're saying.
I wanted everything that's transpired. I wanted my health. I wanted to feel strong. I wanted to be well. I wanted to feel powerful. I wanted, Susan, I think about all the people over the years that I loved so dearly, and that would get disenchanted with the opportunity. And I myself had found myself, just like you said, disenchanted with the opportunity. And I had to look at that. And is there something wrong with me? Is it me?
Right. Exactly.
Just like you said, is it me? Yeah. And what we've come to realize is that no, it's not us. If anything, we didn't stay true to our inherent selves.
Absolutely.
And that's what it really comes down to, is all the people in this tribe, you, me, Jesse, there's something special going on here. And I've never been one of those people to say things just because, hype people up and hope that they, you know, believe my lies. Like, I'm not kidding. I retired for like a solid 10 years. I did the bare minimum and I was just completely, entirely unmotivated. That's the sad reality. And then all of a sudden, you know, maybe it was just all of us coming together and just deciding, hey, you know, we all come together, we all do it together, we all do it for the right reasons, we all band together, and that's really that's where this is all coming from. It's not coming from me, it's coming from all of us collectively, isn't it?
Co-creation. Well, that's a big part of it. But I've always said, you know, things get stirred in us, and you know, and then you get into this place where you're like low to the ground, but there's somewhere innate within us that we know we can rise. I believe that food is intricately tied to that. And then this protocol that you found, which just removes all the inflammation. And it just, the whole thing is just a beautiful, beautiful thing. And of course, I know Jesse, the empowerment piece, to get people to truly like, oh, this doesn't agree with me, and to find that for themselves after years and years of trying to teach this to people, and to see this happening so efficiently and so quickly. You know, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, I know, you know, me and Jesse, we talk all the time, and we're like blown away with this.
Totally blown away. Me too. I've been in this industry, as you know, 19, almost 20 years. Grew up in this industry and never seen anything like it. And I want to just, I'm going to repeat what you said. Something special going on emotionally. It's a compounding effect. It's a compounding effect. And so the longer people are on this, and guys, I hope you know this about me by now. I'm pretty crazy. Like, I will say things that sabotage sales. I will.
I do too.
If I don't believe in it, I will not compromise my ethics.
Right.
But I've seen it. There's something special when people are on this a month, and then 2 months, the lifestyle, and then 3, and then 4, and all of a sudden, we've got better versions of Bob Seavright in front of our eyes. His own wife is going, "Who is this guy?" And she's totally digging on it. Like, she's not like, "Who is this guy?" She's like, "Who is this guy?" Because this is an even better version of who I fell in love with. This is unbelievable. My wife was telling me today, she's like, it was nice for her to say it too, because, you know, I want to improve. I want to improve. I don't want to be one of those people that, you know, I hate it when they say that old dogs can't be taught new tricks. I hate that, because I want to get better, you know?
That's one of the first things you said to me, because you were young and I was old. And you said to me, "I can't believe you're teachable." So yeah, we've got that piece.
Oh man, Susan, it's exciting. It's exciting. And
right. I want to say something, because I know you're doing it right after this.
Yeah.
Which that also is going to be a great addition to this. There's some very, you know, pieces coming down that's going to even make this better. Yeah. So yeah. I'm thrilled about that as well.
And thank you. And we will acknowledge you on the call for your consultation, for being involved. You've been involved with ER Shred really since the beginning of ER Shred. And that's a testament to you having an open mind, because I know initially, I can't imagine what everybody thought initially, that we're just absolutely, you know.
I was like, what's up with Sean? And thanks for the compliment, Sean. You know, now after the ER Shred, which, like, I didn't think my skin could look any better. And I'm like, I just want to get a necklace that says, "I am 64.
Oh my gosh. You know, what's funny is you just told everybody that when we met, I think you said you were 52, right?
Yeah.
Well, you don't even look 52 right now. Like, you look amazing. You look so amazing. So
feel it.
I got to tell you, Susan, you know, you're like one of the tip top in the ER Shred community. We consult with you a lot. We I just can't thank you enough. And you're also, I want to just acknowledge you. You are wildly successful in the business. And I know just recently, I know that you've taken that to a whole nother level.
Yes.
So I've got to acknowledge you for that, because you know what? I'm around, for whatever reason, call me an old soul. I love working with older people. My whole life, I'm attracted. You're not old, by the way. You're not old.
Watch
What
it.
I'm saying is, all the kids grew up, Susan. All my siblings grew up and moved out. And I grew up at meetings. You can ask my mom or dad. I grew up at meetings. Woo, there's a hottie back here. And
hey,
you know
Crystal.
what? There's Susan. I got to tell you what I learned by growing up, going to all those meetings, was I just get along well with older people. And
he's telling me I'm old, Crystal.
I am not. You like, said that.
So young, Susan.
Well, you would die if you knew Susan's age. You would just fall over and die. She
look
is
amazing.
But anyway, all I was going to say, Susan, was we have got to inspire all of the people, the seniors, that, you know, come on. Jimmy Smith started Isogenics when he was 70 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know, 70 years old? Do you know his family's going on to earn $60 million?
Yeah, crazy.
It may vary. I posted a disclaimer.
Yeah, I think it varies.
But I mean, come on, you guys, like, it's time. Look at Susan is thriving, and Susan is building, and she is just, and Susan, let's close with this. And before we announce the next call will be in the ER Shred group. And we're going to announce some enhancements to the ER Shred Pack. So it's very exciting. And that's going to be in about 5-6 minutes. But Susan, can you close out? One of the first things you told me when I met you, you told me about a dream you had about where you wanted to live. Do you remember that?
Well, that changed.
Okay.
Actually, this last year, I thought maybe it's not such a bad idea. I thought I wanted to be an expat and live, maybe in Ecuador or Panama. But actually, I expanded on that, and I hope the world gets better. And what my dream now is, I don't know where I want to live, but I'd like to travel the world until I find it.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man. And you're going to do it. Like, that's the difference between, you know, what we do and what the rest of the world does is we act on this stuff. Susan's going to act on it. She's been acting on it. She's been helping a lot of people. Susan, I see in the group all the time people acknowledging that you helped them.
Yeah, it's sad, Sean, that's like you said the other day, that's what makes my heart. Yeah. I don't go to bed at night thinking about what's in my bank account. I go to bed at night thinking about how many lives I've blessed. And also, this has also brought a new sense of community and friendship for me, because these people that I've helped, they're becoming my friends. And I'm also very thankful for that. Just being around people who feel good.
Yeah. All right. Well, Susan, you did awesome. You are always awesome. And, you don't do a lot of these videos, and it's surprising because you come across as though you've done them. You're very natural. You come across as though you've done a million of them before.
It's the technology. I get intimidated.
Well, I was watching and I loved it, Susan. That was awesome.
Thank you, sweetheart. You look beautiful, Crystal.
Oh, thank you.
Did you see her shirt? Look at that. She got her workout.
Love it. Crystal, I've watched you for years. I walk the same path, so I watch you, we've talked about Deepak.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. All right, Susan, we love you so much. We will see everybody on that call.
Thank you.
And also, thank you so much, Susan. You're something special.
Thank you, Sean.
Everybody, go into the group, find this with Susan, or just go on Susan's wall and just infuse love into Susan, because you guys don't even know how much she's given to this community, and she hasn't got paid to do that. It's not like that. I wish I could just pay everybody that's helping. It's not like that. These are people who are actually just contributing because they believe in the cause and the mission and the culture. We'll be on that call in 3 minutes with Jesse in the ER Shred group. And then make sure tomorrow night, Jesse will have another call at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and that will be the Shred Your Body call. So get on that. And that's with Carrie Stanley this week. And then the Wednesday night call is the Come Alive call. And so come on that. We do testimonials and teach about what ER Shred is and all that good stuff. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you,
So good to
Susan.
have you here with me.
Thank you, guys. Good night.
Love you, Susan.
Good night.
Thanks,
Good night.
guys. Good night.
Thank you, Susan.
Thank you.
Thanks, Susan.
Thank you. I love you, Tasha,
Yeah.
my soul friend.
Susan. Thank
Yes,
you.
we are. Soulmate.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, sweetie, how are you?
I'm good. It's good to